Hello and welcome back to our Boruto review. I'm your host, the Cinder Blaze. With me today we have.
Strange words.
And Makotoa.
All right, let's continue on with Boruto the movie, or I guess episode 55 of the anime. For following along there. I beginning off this episode, I think we have Killer Bee meeting the space ninjas. I
Yeah.
can't remember all their names right now. Like all I remember is like King Chicky, and that's about it. I think he's a fat dude.
Otsutsuki or something is their
Yeah,
last
like
name?
Something. Don't worry
they're
about
all from that same clan,
Yeah.
and they kind of fight Killer Bee. And I wish we had a little bit like more. I wish like the fight scene was a bit more extended, but I
Mm-hmm.
feel like they want to save a lot of his powers for like when he actually like shows up later to confront Boruto and friends. So they probably want to like keep some of that like as a surprise. So I'm not like
Yeah.
totally anal that we didn't get to see the full fight scene. So it's all right, but dang, B got smacked.
Yeah, he did. But I mean, it's happened before, so if anyone's actually been watching and knows B well enough, there's ways he can get around this.
Yeah,
I'm not too worried about him.
we saw it because like his tentacle was cut off in that one scene where he kind of like absorbs them all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Jordan, any thoughts while I fix Michael's camera because he's always moving places?
it. Oh man. It's the only. Here's the thing. Having watched the movie, the only thing that I really care about is just a slight expanding upon some stuff. But even that stuff, I'm just like,
I
Yeah,
think I
I
think you're
don't.
talking about the Naruto lore behind the Otsutsuki people, right?
The weird moon people, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
well, not even the lore. It's just that expanding on just giving some more background information on all the events in general.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
I mean, that's kind of neat. But beyond that, I'm just like,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we could sort of touch on that because I think at least to as an homage to all of our previous, all the predecessors of the Naruto fan base who used to, I guess, theory craft in the past before the big reveals like who's Toby, and
Yeah,
how
but
that went on. It was a very unique and nostalgic time when everyone had their own theories, and it was very intricate, and most of the time that ends up, at least from my experience nowadays, it ends up being a lot more simple than people wish it was. But there's still there's still a place for theory crafting now, at least in Boruto at the moment, because I mean, even just with episodes, few episodes prior, we had the dude on the moon say that he was the one who planted that jutsu or that eye power into Boruto to potentially use as a weapon against these guys when they eventually did come. And so now here they are, and we have this other dude who's was not in the movie. This other clan member from the what, the,
okay.
the the space ninja, and he's
You can just
talking
say
pretty
Kaguya's clan.
Moon Ninja.
Kaguya clan, yeah. He's pretty much like giving the gist of what the Earth Ninja have accomplished or what happened. It's like, if Kaguya had had a tree here, none of this would be an issue. Or it seems that they've taken the chakra fruit and split them up into different beasts. And there's Jinchuriki who contain the beasts, and it's like, oh, so they use the beasts to like harness and amass chakra. These creatures are quite interesting. Like all of this interesting dialogue going on. It's intriguing to me. I do like this, and I want to see more.
Yeah, like what I was kind of thinking about like that whole like interaction, and just like what was Kaguya actually up to? Because I feel like the longer we go into this series, the more
Yeah.
I'm like thinking, wait, what did Naruto and Sasuke do? They just like beat up this old lady who's probably trying to protect the Earth from like this upcoming threat.
Yeah, I mean, she was crying when she saw them, remember, and having flashbacks to her kids.
Yeah, like like they're talking about how like Kaguya fell in love with someone and had kids, and like they fucking
Hmm.
stabbed her in the back, and
Yeah.
it's like a disgrace of our clan.
And
But
then
it
he's
got
like,
me.
yeah, the dude is like, oh, well, have to give props to these humans, these creatures. They killed her, so I didn't have to.
Yeah, like
They punished her, yeah.
uh, yeah, they already like did all that for them. Like that was
So yeah, huge plot twist for Naruto. What if they actually screwed up? No.
yeah, but like also like the whole point about the chakra trees, like why was that even a thing in the first place? Like, I'm kind of thinking that like Kaguya was kind of like this alien probe that was sent to Earth to like, create this chakra tree and maybe like I don't know, maybe absorb all like the living essence out of everyone from that planet, so they could
Yeah,
probably like
pretty much.
harvest it for some giant alien like mother kind of
Hmm.
thing, like Super Kaguya.
Something like that, yeah.
Ultimate form Kaguya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we still have like all of that, and I feel like I'm not sure like how the scale of Boruto would like really go to because of stuff like this, right? Like we already have ninjas breathing in space. I'm pretty sure like they're using some sort of thing to like enable that. But
Could be. Yeah, it makes you wonder if like Boruto will eventually branch out to another world, you know? Because
Mm,
it almost feels like this is something where they're not the only beings in this universe,
I
like
I
obvious.
highly doubt that we're gonna see aliens. I feel like it is going to be centralized only on that one clan.
Yeah.
Like if we ever go out to space to like tackle that clan, like maybe they'll just come to Earth and we'll deal with them that way.
Yeah.
But I feel like that is the only people we're gonna encounter. Like, and
Hmm.
if we do go to other planets, we're just gonna encounter those types of people. It's not gonna be like a grand like space odyssey. I hope not. I hope
Yeah.
not. I
Well, I
mean,
don't
it
maybe
doesn't
not
seem
for
that
Boruto,
difficult
yeah.
because like um Naruto could fight on the moon no problem with no oxygen.
Yeah. Yeah,
So who
he did.
knows how this like world's actually shaped in Naruto? Maybe it's like a lot more different than our solar system and
Hmm.
stuff. Uh, but I think that's like enough of that. What else happened this episode? I think we did touch up upon like Boruto trying to learn the Shuriken technique, and that part is taking a lot longer than it did in the movie. I think it's like a little bit more broken up here because or the pieces of that training are a little bit more spread out because we have a lot more filler in between them, so it just doesn't feel like any progress is being made. He's just like, all right, I'm gonna throw these two shurikens, and they don't connect. And he's just like,
screw
and then
this.
cutscene, and then we go to something else.
I mean, I'm fine with that because if he doesn't feel like he's making much progress, then that means that it's more understandable for when the way he like it makes sense to us that he gave up so quick. Although, in
Yeah,
my opinion, I feel like okay, you've thrown a few. I've seen montages for training for stuff, and like it takes a whole lot longer. It takes episodes, not just a brief snippet of an episode for him to. And he was getting it. He was catching on. He got the curve. Now he was just going to the next curve. It's like think out the box, Naruto. Be creative. Don't just think there's only one way to solve the problem. And Boruto just gets frustrated because he's a millennial and he wants it all right now. I'm kidding.
Wow. Wow. Michael.
So we got to go to that instant gratification, Got to get that super advanced ninja tool to make life easier.
I feel like it's not more like that because like when he was training, he did take it off at a certain point. So like there's
Mm-hmm.
still part of him that wants to improve as a shinobi,
Yeah.
but like I
That,
feel like his goals are a lot more different. Like while Naruto did want to improve as a ninja and like cheating really didn't help his cause whatsoever. For Boruto, his goal isn't to be that. His goal is to just show off and like prove to everyone on the damn cheating exams that he's the hottest shit of the generation. And
so he
I
is as shallow as the tools that he's using. So it's a perfect fit, right? Is that what you're saying?
I don't think it's shallow because there are some pretty deep seated motivations going on here. But like I want to like defend Boruto slightly.
I hate Boruto in the movie. I'm not gonna lie. When we saw the movie, and that was like our first time ever seeing Boruto, like I hated his guts. Like he was scum to me. I'm not gonna lie. So
Hey,
he's
he
growing
didn't
on
betray his friends, so he's not much worse than
50,
that.
50 F. He's not
I
worse
mean,
than
he
50.
kind of did because he cheated on the exams and kind of disgraced the hell of his
Oh,
team.
oh, man, yeah. especially Sarada, who's like, hey, you need to help me so that I can become Hokage, and the only way to do that is if you get your butt into gear, right? So, but yeah, like, so I'm coming from a place where, and I'm sure there are plenty of people out there who think Boruto is annoying piece of crap. Like, not gonna lie, there are people out there who think that. And so I'm gonna at least come from that like perspective or that point of view of people that like this kind of stuff. I'm glad by the end of the movie, he he gets the reprimanding that he does, and yeah, he learns from it and stuff.
Hey,
But
why are
like,
you spoiling, dude?
why are we spoiling it?
Calm down. Like, I was gonna let you like talk about Boruto the movie as long as you talk about
As long
whatever's
as we talk
happening.
about what's right now. Okay, well, I mean, it's setting it up. But okay. I At this point in the Boruto movie, I hated him. So that's just me, though. So I'll give that for the portion of our audience who can sympathize with those sentiments. That like it's really a sort of story that hard work is really, you can't do shortcuts. And I mean, it goes back to what Naruto was, right? And so
I don't think any
we're gonna
shortcuts existed. And like, honestly, do you think Naruto would have taken any shortcuts?
Yeah, early on.
Yeah, he was a shitty ass kid. Like
Yeah.
pre Shippuden. I mean, like in the later stages of that, he probably
Like,
wouldn't have. But
he
freaking.
wasn't smart enough.
No. If he had a shortcut available to him when he was like, let's say, like first 30 chapters in Naruto, be like, heck yeah, shortcuts, let's go.
yeah, like he was just incompetent, so he couldn't take advantage of anything. Like even in the tuning exam, the written exam, he couldn't cheat for the life of him, and he was trying to. Hinata was trying to help. He's still gonna do it. Like
That was
Sasuke was just
technically
like
the
carrying
point,
that
wasn't
team
it?
super hard.
That was technically the point, wasn't it? But yeah, like, okay, that helps a little bit. It does. Um,
All
I,
right.
s- but we can continue with other things. I won't
Yeah, I feel
belabor
like you're kind
this.
of just like ranting on Boruto for
Mm-hmm.
ranting's sake. Let's talk about like the two things I think that are unique to this episode and not part of the movie, which you love discussing, apparently.
What?
Like we had like two little snippets of the other team. Like one was like with Sarda and like the all boys team, and she was just kind of like messing with them. Uh, I wish we had a lot more interactions with Sarada just doing that to the other Genin. Like
I
I think she interacts with Chocho and Boruto a little bit too much, and like Mitsuki doesn't really count because Mitsuki's just Mitsuki. So like the kind of like you know stuck up attitude that she has and like the way that everyone else deals with it, I feel is like really entertaining because like
mm,
with Boruto we kind of like expect how their banter usually is because he's also like he also thinks he's like the best shit ever and he
yeah.
kind of is. So like he can like actually like contend with Sarada when it comes to those types of things, but when she goes over and messes with Metal Lee, Denki, and Iwabe, like they can't do anything because like she's technically kind of like their
Yeah.
superior because like they haven't failed a single mission and they're just like that prodigy team that everyone's kind of like
Mm-hmm.
trying to beat. And then we kind of like visit the class rep and her team, and she's kind of like scheming like about how to
I
beat Team
love
Seven.
that. Oh my
And their
god.
team's just like, holy shit, is this what you actually think about?
Oh man, I love that. I love that.
Yeah, and that's actually one thing that I'm really looking forward to in the tuning exam overall. Like, I really wish they expanded to maybe even the length of what it was in the original Naruto, because like all these characters are really interesting, and I want them to be a little bit more fleshed out. Because I
Yes.
really love what the individual fights in that arc did for their characters. Like, that's like all we have going for Kiba, honestly, and we still remember that dude. Like
Yeah.
I get so excited in these episodes. Like he did show up in this episode. He was in a dog food commercial, and I was so happy
wait, he
that he
was?
was,
Yeah, he was.
or
He
like,
was.
Man,
maybe
I
not
just missed out
commercial,
on
but I
that.
think it was probably just like an ad. But
Mhm.
like, I saw him, I saw Akamaru, I'm just like, yeah, they're still killing it.
Yup.
But especially for characters like the class rep, because like I want to see her fight other people. Just simply put like that. I don't want her to fight Gara's kid. I don't want anyone to fight Gara's kid except like Metal Lee, so I can see that rematch.
Oh,
Ooh,
my goodness.
that'd be pretty
Oh
good.
my gosh, that's right, because it was revealed in this episode that that's his adopted son. That's Gar's adopted son is that dude with the with the metal. What it was the Keki Genkai or something from the
Like,
previous
yeah,
Kazekage.
the metal sand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. And I'm actually really excited for this Sand Shinobi because I really like that Shikamaru Tamari relationship, and just like them actually being like Shikadai actually being blood relatives to the Kazekage and crew. I really
Oh my
want to.
gosh, that means Shikadai is nephews with that kid, isn't he?
Or cousin. They're cousins.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to see like Kankuro kind of like visit them too. Also, when Tamari was training Team 8, I think. I forgot what the Team 8, or maybe Team 9 or 10, whatever. Ino Shikacho.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of wish she would have made a little bit more reference to Chunin exams, because, like, you know, that's where she kind of like learned how to fight against the Shadow Paralysis Jutsu. So I kind of wish that she kind of like went into more detail about that, but whatever. We didn't get into like much detail with any of the other teams, but I feel like they honestly aren't that interesting to begin with, so I really don't mind.
The all boys team, all girls team, yeah.
Yeah. Poor Konohamaru though, you know, just kind of being shafted off to the side. You know, like even Kakashi Sensei was doing stuff with Sasuke. Like Konohamaru can't train
Yeah.
Mitsuki. Mitsuki's probably stronger than him right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
my
no. But you're selling Konohamaru short.
No, we're not. Look at what he
Konohamaru
did
is
against
selling
that-
himself short. Like
Yeah,
he has so many opportunities to just go off, and he's never really.
No. Here's the
That
thing.
whole
They're
situation-
downplaying Konohamaru so that when there's a big moment, he finally gets to show off.
Well, the big moment could have been when he was having to fight against that Zetsu thing. But I guess they needed to make Boruto.
That's basically just filler. That's not in filler.
I mean, unless he like 1v1s one of the Otsuki clan members, then I mean, he doesn't have any like opportunity at this point. But
Not in this movie.
we'll see like how they decide to take this, because it will be different from the movie because we have all these new characters, and
Yeah, that's true.
you know, I'm really excited for it. You guys have any final thoughts for this episode?
No. I can't really say much about this episode. I'm just like, it's so close to the movie. I just don't know, man.
Yeah.
I mean, thinking of Konohamaru, thanks for taking care of Sarada.
Yeah, Sasuke's pretty cool. I mean, I don't think he's ever had a moment of bad screen time, but I mean, that's debatable, especially in the latter parts of Shippuden. So I'm not gonna get into that. All right, guys, I think that's it for us. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. We have a Discord link. Check that out as well. We have a pretty fun anime, a Discord, a lot of Darling in the Franxx stuff. But just check it out at your own time. We'll catch you next time. Keep it juicy.
See ya.
See you later.
And we're out. Road.
All right.
Maybe
Yeah.
I should ask you. Maybe I should make those comments about just watch so and so anime. When are we doing the podcast? Maybe I should make those comments in the